Skol Nation, wake up! Your beloved Minnesota Vikings are sitting at the epicenter of the most explosive off-season drama we've seen in years. And what I'm about to tell you will send chills down your purple and gold spine. 3 earth-shattering developments have just rocked our franchise to its very core. And I'm not talking about your typical off-season moves here. Vikings faithful. We're talking about seismic shifts that could either launch us into Super Bowl contention or leave us questioning everything we thought we knew about our team's direction. The ripple effects of these moves are already being felt across the entire NFL landscape, and other franchises are taking notes on what's happening in Minneapolis right now. First, a cornerstone defensive player who helped seal victories for us just months ago has made a shocking decision that's leaving fans stunned and wondering about our secondary's future. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Skol Nation. Then we've got analysts across the league raising massive red flags about our most important position, the one that determines championship dreams or nightmares. And if that wasn't enough to keep you on the edge of your seat, there's whispers of a potential reunion that nobody saw coming, involving a quarterback who knows US Bank Stadium better than anyone. Smash that like button if you're ready for this emotional roller coaster, and drop a comment telling me how you think our Vikings will handle these game-changing situations. Don't forget to subscribe because this story is developing by the hour, and you don't want to miss what happens next. The combination of these 3 stories creates a perfect storm that could define not just our 2025 season, but the entire trajectory of this franchise for years to come. One involves loyalty and departure, another questions our future under center, and the third suggests a plot twist that would make Hollywood screenwriters jealous. The emotional whiplash Vikings fans are experiencing right now is unlike anything we've felt since the Minneapolis Miracle. But this time, we don't know if we're the heroes or the underdogs in this unfolding drama. Are you ready to dive deep into the chaos that's consuming our beloved franchise? Because what I'm about to reveal will change how you view our upcoming season forever. Here comes the first bombshell that's got Skol Nation in an absolute uproar. The defensive back who intercepted passes and sealed victories for us in crucial moments has officially signed with the Seattle Seahawks, and Shaquille Griffin is heading back to where his NFL journey began, leaving a massive hole in our secondary. Griffin, who played all 18 games for us last season, including the playoffs, just inked a 1-year, $3 million deal with Seattle that could reach $4 million. And Vikings fans are feeling the sting of betrayal, mixed with understanding. This isn't just any departure, Skol Nation. We're talking about the guy who recorded 41 tackles, defended 6 passes, and grabbed 2 interceptions, including that game-sealing pick that had us all screaming "Skol" at the top of our lungs. Remember that December 1st game against Arizona when Griffin intercepted that pass in the 4th quarter to lock up the victory? That moment epitomized what he brought to our defense. Clutch plays when we needed them most. His 64.3 PFF grade ranked him 53rd among 92 cornerbacks who played at least 500 snaps, proving he was a solid, reliable presence in our defensive backfield. Playing 597 snaps as our number 3 corner behind Byron Murphy Jr. and Stephon Gilmore, Griffin was the steady veteran presence that Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores counted on in crucial situations. The financial details tell the story of today's brutal NFL business reality. We paid him $4.55 million last season, and Seattle swooped in with $3 million, potentially reaching $4 million with incentives. It's a homecoming for the Florida native who was originally drafted by the Seahawks in the 3rd round of 2017, where he spent 4 years as a starter, recorded 48 passes defended and 6 picks, and even made the Pro Bowl in 2019. The emotional pull of returning to where it all started clearly outweighed staying in the purple and gold. But here's where it gets really interesting for us, Vikings Nation. We chose not to re-sign Griffin or Stephon Gilmore, instead gambling on younger players like Isaiah Rodgers and Jeff Okudah. Our projected cornerback trio now includes Murphy, Rodgers, and either Okudah or Mekhi Blackmon, who's coming back from a torn ACL. That's a lot of question marks in a position group that was already considered one of the weaker spots on our otherwise loaded roster. This departure is just the beginning of the chaos that's about to unfold, because our next revelation involves the most critical position on the field and concerns that are keeping Vikings fans awake at night. Hold on to your horns, Skol Nation, because this next development is sending shockwaves through the entire NFL community and raising serious questions about our championship aspirations. CBS sports analyst Cody Benjamin just dropped a massive red flag warning about our quarterback situation that has Vikings faithful questioning everything about our 2025 strategy. The brutal reality check centers around J.J. McCarthy, our 22-year-old quarterback, who's about to take his first real NFL snaps after missing his entire rookie season with a meniscus injury. Benjamin didn't mince words when he wrote, "It's rare you find a team so equipped for a deep playoff run, yet without so much as a morsel of certainty under center." Those words hit different when you realize we're talking about a franchise that's been chasing a Super Bowl for decades. Here's what's got analysts and fans absolutely terrified. While other teams were securing proven veteran backups, our front office played the compensatory pick game and essentially signed nobody of significance. Joe Flacco was available. Cooper Rush was there for the taking. Gardner Minshew could have provided veteran stability. Instead, we rolled the dice with Sam Howell, who the Seattle Seahawks were literally about to cut, and undrafted rookie Max Brosmer. The math is staggering and scary. Our entire quarterback room has a combined 31 games of NFL experience. McCarthy faces not just a difficult schedule, but the crushing weight of inflated expectations from fans who watched Sam Darnold win 14 games last year. The reverse hype around our young quarterback has reached fever pitch, with doubters questioning everything from his arm strength to his ability to handle the pressure of being the guy in Minneapolis. Kevin O'Connell's optimism and quarterback developing skills are being put to the ultimate test. The most troubling aspect? We had options. Aaron Rodgers was available. Sam Darnold, who succeeded here, was on the market. Daniel Jones could have provided veteran presence. Instead, we're betting everything on a quarterback who's never taken a meaningful NFL snap, backed up by a player another team was ready to discard. It's either going to be a stroke of genius or the decision that haunts us all season long. But wait, Skull Nation, if you think that's intense, the third and final revelation involves a potential reunion that nobody saw coming and could completely flip our entire narrative. Skull Nation, prepare yourselves for the most stunning twist in this entire saga. Multiple NFL analysts are seriously pushing for the Minnesota Vikings to consider bringing back Kirk Cousins as a Hail Mary move if our quarterback situation implodes. Yes, you read that correctly. The man who left us for Atlanta could potentially return to Minneapolis in the most dramatic plot twist of the 2025 season. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox didn't hold back when he identified Cousins as the best quarterback likely to be available via trade in 2025, noting that the Atlanta Falcons can save $27.5 million in cap space by moving him after June 1st. The financial incentive is massive, but here's the kicker. Cousins would need to waive his no-trade clause, and guess which team might be the only exception to his desire to be a guaranteed starter elsewhere. Kirk Cousins knows U.S. Bank Stadium like the back of his hand. He knows Kevin O'Connell's system better than any quarterback available. He had a great run with us, and as the Viking Age's Brad Berriman pointed out, the parting of ways was not contentious. It was just time for both sides. The emotional connection is still there, Vikings faithful, and the possibility of a reunion keeps surfacing just enough to believe there might be legitimate substance behind the speculation. The Athletic's Alec Lewis painted the scenario perfectly. If J.J. McCarthy isn't performing well, there aren't an abundance of alternatives for us. The nuclear option? Plucking Kirk Cousins from the Falcons is another break glass in case of emergency possibility. Imagine the storylines, the media frenzy, the absolute chaos that would ensue if Cousins returned to Minnesota as McCarthy's backup or emergency starter. The beauty and terror of this possibility lies in its plausibility. Cousins might be the only veteran quarterback willing to return to a familiar system and coaching staff, even in a backup role, because of the relationships and comfort level already established. For a franchise desperately trying to maximize its Super Bowl window with an elite defense and explosive offensive weapons, bringing back the quarterback who knows the system could be the difference between championship glory and another heartbreaking season. Hit that like button if this roller coaster of emotions has you questioning everything about our 2025 season. Comment below with your thoughts. Should we bring back Kirk if JJ struggles? And subscribe because this Vikings drama is far from over, and you need to stay connected to every twist and turn that could define our franchise's future. The convergence of these three stories creates the perfect storm for Skull Nation. We've lost defensive stability with Griffin's departure, we're gambling everything on an unproven quarterback in McCarthy, and we have a potential safety net in Cousins that could either save our season or create the most awkward quarterback room in NFL history. This is what championship dreams are made of, Vikings faithful. High stakes, incredible risk, and the potential for either ultimate glory or devastating heartbreak. The 2025 season can't get here fast enough. But are we truly ready for what's coming? What do you think, Skull Nation? Is this the year everything finally comes together? Or are we setting ourselves up for another chapter in our book of beautiful disasters?